Hi, RD Barry here. Welcome to episode 39 in my Let's Play of Final Fantasy 12. Okay, well, first of all, my plan today is to do a hunt. And I tried that earlier and it did not go well, but I think that was entirely my fault, or nearly entirely my fault. Uh, So I decided to just re-record it. Um, uh, I don't even know if I really had a lesson learned, or I don't know. It could have just been bad luck or something like that. But I thought, I don't know. It was not good. Anyway, I wanted to first of all go to Delon. And I don't even need to tell Moogle there. I can just go through here. Turns out he's not totally useless after the first, chapter or two. He continues to give you information or clues or that kind of thing. So, I think I'm gonna go, like, talk to him every so often now. Right, so he talks about the Gareth. And, yeah, he said he saw one once, but, or several, maybe, I don't know. And he tells where they live, which we kind of already knew, but, just sort of, if he gets stuck, I guess, what to do next, then, maybe talk to Delon and he'll tell you. Let's see, so let's, go back and then, we'll Google to, Google over to, Lhusu Bazaar, and from there go to the, Clan Centurio, because, it's always a good idea to stop there, after a long trek. So let's go there. Basically get our rewards for leveling up in the leveling up our clan rank and defeating various bosses and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, so that's our clan rank. These rewards get more and more valuable, I assume. 3 remedies is nothing to sneeze at. I think we've got plenty of teleport stones, but it's nice to keep them coming in as fast as we're using them. The demon wall, yep, we did that. And we got an Esper, yep. We haven't actually assigned him to anybody yet, but I guess that still counts. Right. I don't know what an Arcana is. I don't think we've done any of these. Maybe I might do these like in an upcoming episode, but my recollection is they're fairly tricky. Anyway. So that's it for now. Not there. Fancy, right. Okay. So much easier with woogling. Otherwise, I'd be cutting out like whole sections of me just walking through Rabanastre. Okay, so I've got 3 rank 2s and 1 rank 1. Let's start with a rank 1 here. Nidhogg. Yeah. I don't know how to pronounce that. I'm just going with Nidhogg. It's probably wrong, but whatever. And that is way over in Bujerba. Okay. So we'll head there. Yeah, let's head back here. Okay, well, I had this I had this idea about taking the airship to Bujerba instead of using the teleport crystal, and because I think we need to, or it's probably a good idea to show that off at some point, and I guess it might as well be now. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. We just talked to the one of the ticket people here. Right now we have 2 choices, Nalbana and Bujerba. And this will get filled in, or this may or may not be, we may or may not get more options as we advance in the game as new areas become available. Anyway, let's go to Bujerba. Yeah. So 200 gil, which is about equivalent to using a teleport crystal, because they cost 200. There's not really a savings either way. Not really, anyway. I think because I think you can eventually just buy teleport crystals. They'd be the same price. Anyway, we want to go by leisure craft. If we go by private cabin, we would just go straight to Bujerba, and we wouldn't see anything of the interior of the actual airship. So we want to go by leisure craft. Get a nice little cutscene showing takeoff. Right. So this is the Chief Steward talking. Yeah. Right. So to end, basically, this means to end the end the journey in the game. You just go into this Sky Saloon and talk to the Chief Steward. Anyway. So let's yeah, the Sky Saloon's right there. Let's go to let's go talk to the shops. By the way, if you look down, oh, there's land down there. Interesting. Huh. Anyway, you can see like a you can see through the floor there and get an idea how high up we are. I'm pretty sure there's a reason like actual airplanes don't do that. Anyway, let's talk to the shops and see what's available. And I think we got a new bazaar item because I think you get one for talking to like a certain number of shopkeepers, and I think we were just at the threshold there, so I think that's why we got that. And I think I'm pretty sure that's one of those grimoires. Anyway, let's actually buy all of these because before I didn't buy them because I didn't think we'd have anybody with those jobs that could use them, but apparently that's not the case. We've got every job on the board now, so let's go ahead and buy these. Probably don't have the licenses for them yet, but let's go ahead and do that anyway. Silent shot and Capella, right? Okay. Okay, and this one, I think, yeah, Chronos Tier, we've already got plenty of those. Handkerchiefs. Oh, I forgot to actually check the actual items here. Yeah, Gissel greens. And I want to get 9 of those. No specific reason for 9, but that's just how many I thought we might need. Anyway, we can go upstairs and see what it's like outside. I guess we're not going super fast. Otherwise, people would be blown off the deck. But you can talk to people, get the flavor text, that kind of thing. I don't think there's any like missions that start up here or anything. But you can look at the scenery and look at the ship engine there. Anyway, you can look down through the floor. Well, yeah, I don't think this goes all the way to the. I think this just goes to the bottom part of the ship there. So anyway, something that's worth taking a look at least once, I think. And let's go back down here. Go into the Sky Saloon. I think we're pretty much done. I forgot what this guy has to say. Barkeep or steward, yeah. Oh yeah, he has some hints, I guess. Bujerba, right. Yeah. Oh, favorite among sky pirates. Okay, that's interesting. Wow. Right. Okay, and I think that's the chief steward. That's just regular steward there. Chief steward is here. Wow. It's Rand. He's a passenger, yeah. So, if you pick this one that kicks off a whole side quest that I'm not gonna do, it's just basically you have to. There's like different stages. That you have to do one stage per flight. There's like or route, I guess, or in the airships. So I don't remember how many routes there are, but there's like half a dozen to a dozen or something. So it's very repetitive. So I'm not going to actually do it, and I don't know if the reward is actually worth it. So I guess it's not huge because I would have remembered it, but anyway, let's just go to a cabin. And that will trigger the landing of the airship, and we'll end up in Bujerba. That makes the backing up noise. That's cute. Alright. And let's go talk to the hunt person. I believe it's actually a Sikh in this case. By the way, you can look down here, look through the grid here, and see down to the underside or down below the island here too. Just look over the edge, so as well. No moogling in Bujerba, unfortunately. Alright, well, I'm going to do a safety save on this because I do not want to go through this introductory part again. So I'll be back in a second. Yeah. Yeah, we've come to do that. Right. So he talks about this paling falling, and that somehow it broke, and it's now the monsters are leaking through, so that's not good. Where the shaft splits in two, yeah, so and it's pretty clear which where he's talking about there. So let's go in. I'll check the map here. All right. I think we still have our boss gambits on. Yeah, that's fine. Anyway, so I want to assign Belias, and I don't really have a rationale for this in terms of the gameplay. We got a couple more LP because we fought that Vossler. I think this is just the LP from that. But that is enough to get Belias finally. So I'm just gonna assign Belias to Ash here. No particular reason. It just seems like, in terms of the story, she should be getting it. Oh, by the way, if I go here, Belias is over here. I just want to make that clear here. We select Belias here. Alright, missed ability. So, we now have a new command under the battle menu called Mist, and I'll talk about that a little bit. If we go back to Ash, see his Belias is not there with him. Oh, you know what? We have missed out on. Yeah, that's interesting. So I might have thought about, if I thought about this a little bit harder, then maybe I would have noticed this. But we have. This horology square is no longer going to be available because if we had gotten Belias under Bosch, we would have been able to get that as well. But I didn't think about that. So something to keep track of, I guess. I think with Ash, there wasn't any new abilities. I don't think it's... Yeah, I'm not really a fan of horology anyway, but so I'm not terribly concerned, but that's something to keep in mind. If there's if there's something that you can get, so this is what these disconnected squares mean, basically, too. There's probably a summon we'll get eventually, and then we'll be able to do that square, and that seems like something that Ash should be able to get. Anyway, also another missed ability is are these orange spheres here, and I'll talk about those next time. There's a lot to cover here. A lot to cover with just the Esper here, Esper mechanics. So when we go back to the world here, let me swap in Ash here. She has got a orange bar under her name, and that represents her mist charge. It used to be that that wasn't a separate bar. In the PS2 version, they would just give you an additional. They would just basically double your magic. But so even if you never used the mist ability, you could just use that extra HP or extra MP. But not in this one. You basically get the same MP that you started with, and which, I don't know, it seems like they made it a little bit more difficult that way. You don't have as much flexibility on how you're using your MP now. Anyway, so I want to go ahead and select my party and set up the gambits and all that kind of cool stuff. So I will meet you back here when I am done with all that. Alright, well, I think that will do it. So I'm using Bosch, Ash, and Penelo. Ash because she's got our summon there, and I want to show that off at least. that's where it kind of went wrong. I think I probably would have beaten that enemy if I hadn't done that. I'll say more about that later. And I need Bosch for as a tank here, and Penelo because she is right now the only one who can cast Dispel, and I wanted to use Dispel as my first. It's probably a good idea to have someone in your party who can cast Dispel from now on, at least for the boss enemies. Anyway, so I'm just gonna put a flea on and head over to the area here. By the way, the area we're going, it says where the shaft splits in two. That is referring to this spot here. The transitway number 1. Notice there's this whole area over here that we cannot get to because there's no way to reach it, and that's just as well because the enemies in there are gonna be way too strong for us at the moment. Anyway. Okay. Right. So there's the hunt or target right there. Not the bat, the giant snake thing. We can probably do the bat if we want to. Let's actually. I don't think this enemy is going to do sleep here, so I'm going to change Penelo's weapon to her normal one here. Not healing rod. We only need that if there's a potential for a sleep being cast. So that healing rod is basically a lot weaker as a weapon, and it also casts regen on whatever you hit with it, so, which is not what we want. And I think, do we get an offhand with this? No, we can't use. All right. So I don't think Penel's going to be doing a whole lot of attacking anyway, but just in case, couldn't hurt to have something. This is like the weakest weapon she can have, by the way. Anyway, let's get this party started here. First of all, I want to get close enough to see the to look at the enemy here. We cannot. Libra isn't active, but we can see that it's got a bunch of status or statuses that we don't like. I mean, I'm sure it likes it. So I want to cast Dispel. This is kind of going to be kind of a common theme, like I said, with boss enemies from now on. We need to cast Dispel to get rid of the items or the statuses. The Shell and Protect I think I could deal with. It's the Bravery, and I forgot the exact thing it does, but it's especially bad as far as I remember. So Dispel, go ahead and do that. Bosch, you go ahead and attack just to get some attention. I'm gonna keep Ash kind of in the distance there. Okay, so the spell hook or took. I have Ash's fire. I got rid of all the individual weakness attacks because I really don't have enough gambits to handle all of that. You get 10 gambit slots with licenses, and you get and you start with 2, so that means you get a total of 12. And if I use 6 of the or 8 of those on individual weakness attacks, then that's not gonna be good. So this is a good way to figure out when the enemy does not have when you can't use Libra, but it is pretty expensive in terms of gambits. So maybe maybe I could have like a separate. I could put that under slot 1 gambits or something, and then just switch over to slot 3 when it. Anyway. Yeah. All right. Right. I was gonna make Ash our party leader. Because she's in the background. Penelo, actually, why don't you get in the background too here? Don't want, because this guy has area of effect attacks too. Oh, she's being targeted here. Oh, you could have. Wait a second. Let's get rid of that one for now. And just go faux lowest HP. Attack. Because that way at least she'll be trying to get that bat out of the way, which just seems like a useful thing to do. Yeah. Okay, yeah. Alright, that had some unintended consequences that I don't think I need to worry about here. Anyway, right. Alright, Penelo, you can just stop attacking now altogether, I think. Okay, let's make, actually, let's, I think we're kind of, our Ash is in pretty good shape here. Now, this is what the mistake I made before was Ash was, the target, And when I did the summon, she got killed before the Belias could actually do anything, and that basically just kills the whole thing. I mean, Belias disappears, Ash disappears. It doesn't work at all. So I'm going to go ahead and summon Belias and see how that works. Now this enemy is weak to fire, and Belias is all about fire spells, so I thought that would be a good place to start with him. Okay, Ash, you do not need to attack at this point. Let's turn that off for now. And turn that off for now. Because right now Ash is being attacked. She doesn't really have a lot of HP at the moment, so I do not want her dying prematurely again. Let's pull her out of the way. Yeah. So, Belias basically did... Oh! I didn't know he did cure. Okay. Let's check out his... so he can just do a physical attack, which I assume is fairly decent. He's got Cura, Fyra, and this Pain Flare, and this Hellfire is kind of a finishing move. And notice you only get them for a certain amount of time there. That there's a little clock down there in the corner. And that gradually ticks down. It actually lasts a fair amount of time. Your chances are the battle will be over one way or the other before that time's out. Why don't I just since we still got him, let's see what he affects. What effect he... one thing we cannot control, by the way, is his gambits. So he's just... If he's got gambits on, he's just going to do what he's going to do, no matter what. I assume they're... Yeah. Right, that's basically what he did. Earlier. 1,000 points damage. To get a better shot of him in action there. Alright. And we can dismiss him just like that. If in the future we're gonna meet a lot tougher enemies, and right. Now I think one thing that means is that Ash is going to get a lot more, or Ash is going to get the EXP every time Belias defeats an enemy. I don't think Belias actually gets EXP. Anyway, I'm gonna meet you back at in town here, and finish up the quest, or the hunt. Alright, here's a gift from the mines. 600 gil, rose corsage, and balaclava. And you can kind of tell from what the rewards where you're kind of meant to do that hunt. The balaclava, I believe, is something we're already that's already obsolete for us. I think we've already got that. I mean, one of the kind of nice things about hunts is you can get equipment and whatnot that aren't available otherwise, but in this case, it's not totally obsolete yet. I mean, we've still got one person using one, but yeah, we probably could have done it if we had made a before getting that, and that would have saved us a little bit more money, I think. Anyway, so I'm gonna wrap it up there. I'm gonna try another hunt next time. I'll see how it goes. I'll try the hunt off screen, and if it goes well, then I'll do it for real. But these are kind of tough, so I don't know how they will go. Anyway, I may just end up skipping them and going on to the next actual part of the main story there. So either way, hope you'll join me for that, and until then, bye.